Okay, hello. So for today, we're going to discuss about horizontal hyperbola or yung properties ng horizontal hyperbola. Take note, again ha, recall tayo, yung standard form ng horizontal hyperbola natin is ito, x minus h quantity squared all over a squared minus y minus k quantity squared all over b squared is equal to 1. Yan yung standard form natin. So, this is our standard form. Okay. So, based dito sa standard form natin, yung center natin, so we have here, again ha, yan yung standard form. Ang center natin, that is always HK. So, may center tayo sa hyperbola, that is our HK. Yung length ng transverse axis, that is equal to 2A. So, yung transverse axis, that is the line that connects our vertices. So, yung points ng vertices. So, yan yung line na nag-connect sa ating vertices. So, ang length niyan is 2A. How about naman siya length ng conjugate axis, that is 2B. So, ito yung line na nag-connect sa ating covertices or yung points ng ating covertices. So, what is the, paano natin mahanap yung vertices natin? Given our horizontal hyperbola or given this, if ito yung given natin na standard form or we have here our horizontal hyperbola, horizontal yung orientation ng hyperbola natin. So, we have here our vertices. So, ito yung vertices natin that is denoted by V. So, that is H plus minus A, comma K. So, our V1 can be H plus A, comma K, and our V2 will be H minus A, comma K. Okay, so yan yung sa vertices natin. Ang ating sa co-vertices, we have W denoted by W. So yan yung gamit natin, din natin na symbol for co-vertices para sa points natin, sa ellipse natin. So yan yung gamitin natin for our hyperbola para hindi tayo malito. So we have here WH, K plus minus B. So that is our coordinates ng points natin. So that is W1 that is H, comma, K plus B. Then W2 natin is this H, K minus B. So yan yung sa co-vertices natin. So if meron na tayong given na if given na itong standard form natin, so we cannot derive our center, vertices, and co-vertices since nandiyan naman yung given na kailangan. Okay, how about yung foci natin? Okay, so yung foci natin is, ang points natin sa foci, we have F, that is our foci. We have H plus minus C, comma K. So our F1 natin is H plus C, comma K. And yung F2 natin is H minus C, comma K. Okay. So, if may length of transverse axis and conjugate axis tayo, yung distance ng foci natin or like distance between the two foci that is denoted by 2C. So, yan yung length ng distance sa foci natin. Okay. If may tanong like, ma'am, paano hinanap yung C or like, saan natin hanapin itong C? So, ito yung formula ng C natin. Our C is equal to square root of A squared plus B squared. So, that's how we solve for our C. Okay? To understand this, itong mga, yung sa properties, let's have some example. Okay, so meron tayong example number 1. We have here our example number 1. Given our standard form of the equation, that is x minus h quantity squared all over 9 minus y minus 2 quantity squared all over 4 is equal to 1. So, first nating hanapin is yung h and k. So, ano yung h natin? So, this is our x minus h. So, yung h natin is 4. Tsaka yung k natin is, this is y minus k. So, we have 2. Okay. Ano yung a natin? So, yung a natin, this is a squared, di ba? So, solve natin solve natin yung a squared. So, solve ang a squared. So, let us solve for our a. So, given a squared, that is equal to 9. So, ano yung square root ng 9? That is equal to 3. So, that means yung a natin is equal to 3. Okay. Same process tayo sa b. So, paano natin hanapin yung b? So, we have solve for b. Solve for b. That is b squared. Ito yung b squared natin. Sorry. Ito yung b squared natin. So, how are we going to find our b squared? So, that is b squared is equal to 4. Ano yung square root ng 4? That is 2. So, meron na tayong H, K, A, and B. Now, let's find our C. Solve muna tayo sa C. Tuloy-tuloy na natin to. Solve for C. Okay, so ano yung C natin? C is unknown. Okay, so ano nga yung formula natin? That is C is equal to square root of A squared plus B squared. So, since that is, okay. So, since this is square root of A squared plus B squared, so we have C is equal to square root of 9. Our A squared is 9 and our B squared is 4. So, 9 plus 4, that is square root of 13. So, yung C natin, since ang square root ng 13 is not a perfect square, so yung C natin is square root ng 13. Okay? So, yan yung mga given natin. Okay, so with this given, hanapin na natin yung mga properties natin. Okay, so ano yung kailangan nating hanapin? We have here our center. So, let's box this muna. So, ano yung center natin? So, yung center natin, okay. Okay. So, yung center natin, we have, center natin is HK. So, ano yung H natin at saka ano yung K natin? We have here our HK. So, our center is 4 and 2. So, yan yung center natin. Then, we have here our vertices. So, yung vertices natin, that is H plus minus A, comma, K. So, that will be H, ano yung, sorry. This is our V, sorry. We have H, ano yung H natin? That is 4. So, 4 plus minus yung A natin. Ang A natin is 3. So, plus minus 3, comma, copy yung K. So, ano yung V1 natin? So, V1 natin is 4 plus 3, comma, 2. So, this will be V1 is, or vertex 1, is we have 4 plus 37, comma, 2. Okay, so yan yung point ng ano natin, vertex 1. So, how about vertex 2? We have 4 minus 3, comma, 2. So, we have here our V2 is 4 minus 3 is 1, comma, 2. So, that is our vertices. So, ito yung sa vertices natin. Again ha, this is our V1 that is 4 plus 3, comma 2, that is vertex 1 is 7 and 2. Yung vertex 2 natin is 4 minus 3, comma 2, that is 1 and 2. Okay. Then, let's have our okay na tayo sa vertices. Let's have our focus. Your co-vertices muna. Yung co-vertices, that is H, K, plus minus B. Okay, so yan yung sa co-vertices natin. So, we have, copy natin yung W, that is, ano yung H natin? We have 4. Copy natin yung K, 2. Then, yung B natin, that is plus minus 2. Okay, with that, we can solve for our W1. W1 natin is, we have here our W1, 4, 2 plus 2, then So, we have W1 natin is, copy yung 4, then 2 plus that is 4 also. So, we have, yung co-vertex 1 is 4, 4. Then, yung co-vertex 2, we have 4, 2 minus 2. So, this is W2. We have 4, 0. So, yan yung vertex, ay co-vertex 2 natin. Okay. So, meron na tayong center, meron na tayong vertices. So, tapos meron na tayong co-vertices. Proceed tayo sa focus. So, yung sa focus natin, F, that is, again, H plus minus C. Then, we have K. So, ano yung F1 natin? So, this will be yung F natin is, ano yung H? 4 plus minus square root ng 13. Then, copy yung K na 2. So, our F1 will be, copy yung 4 plus square root ng 13. Then, we have 2. Okay. Ang F2 natin, we have, since hindi man yan pwedeng i-add. Pwede yung i-add, but decimal yung sagot, pero leave it like this na lang. So, we have 4 minus square root ng 13, comma, 2. So, that is our focus, or our foci, points of our foci. So, we have here, center, vertices, we have our co-vertices and our foci. Now, let's proceed sa length ng major na axis natin. So, length of our transverse axis. So, length of transverse axis. So, this is 2A. So, ang length natin is, length ng transverse axis natin is 2 times 3, that is equal to 6. So, yan yung length ng transverse axis natin. How about yung length of conjugate? Conjugate axis natin. Okay, conjugate axis. So, we have 2B. So, that is 2 times, yung B natin, we have 2. So, we have 2 times 2, that is equal to 4. Okay. Then, we also have here our distances of our foci. So, distances of foci. Distances between foci. That is 2C. So, we have 2 times yung C natin is square root of 13. So, we have 2 square root of 13. So, yan yung distance or length ng distance between the two foci. Okay. Wait, I forgot something. We have here our asymptotes. Okay, ito yung pinaka-important is hyperbola pala. We have here our asymptotes. So, asymptotes natin, that is y is equal to plus minus, we have b over a times x minus h plus k. So, yan yung formula ng asymptote natin for our horizontal hyperbola. Okay, so solve natin itong asymptote dito. We have here our y1. Since positive, negative din tayo. So, positive tayo. B, ano yung B? We have 2. Yung A is 3. So, we have 2/3. X minus, ano yung H natin? We have 4. Then, plus yung K natin na 2. So, that is our asymptote 1. Then, we have our asymptote 2. We have negative 2/3 x minus h, x minus 4 plus 2. So, yan yung sa asymptote 2 natin. So, ito yung asymptote 1, then we have here our asymptote 2. Ang asymptote, that is the line na yung pa-approach lang yung hyperbola dyan, but hindi sila mag-meet. So, yan yung basis din ng, one of the basis din ng graphing natin. Okay, so let's try to graph this one. So, we have here, we already have our points. or important information sa hyperbola natin. So, let's try to graph this one. Okay, assuming ha, na tama yung ano natin. So, we have here, plot muna natin yung, so, paano tayo mag-plot? So, kung ano yung points dito, so, kung ano yung mga points natin, yan yung gamitin natin. So, we have here our center, itong V1, V2. We have here our W1, W2, F1, F2. F1 and F2. We have here our Y1 and Y2. Okay. So, let's graph this one. Okay, ano yung center natin? We have here our center for 2. So, that is always, ito yung center natin ha. Our center is 4, 2. So, that is on the quadrant 1. So, we have 1, 2, 3, 4. This is 4. Then, we have here our 2. This is our center. Okay, yan yung center natin. Then, we have, okay, tapos na tayo sa center. Then, proceed tayo sa vertices. Yung vertices na vertex 1 natin is 7, 2. Then, vertex 2 is 1, 2. Okay. 7, 2, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So, 7, 2. We have here 7, 2. Then, this is our V1. Then, we have here 1, 2. So, that is 1, 2. So, we have 1, 2. We have V2. Okay. So, ito na yung points natin na. Points muna natin yung unahin. Mamaya na tayo mag-draw ng hyperbola natin. Okay. After that, yung W na naman. We have 4, 4. So, we have 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So, dito yung this is our W1. Then, we have 4, 0. So, we have here 4, 0. So, this is our W2. Okay, tapos na tayo sa center vertex. We have here our co-vertices. So, plot natin tong focus natin. So, we need to add this one, 4 plus square root of 13. So, that is approximately 7 point something. So, 7 point something tayo. Almost 8. So, we have here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So, almost 8. Somewhat dito siya. Ito lang green yung gamitin natin. Somewhat dito siya. So, somewhat dyan. So, ito yung F1 natin. If minus naman tayo, so, this is 0.39. So, dito, something like here. So, yan. Yan yung, ito yung F2 natin. F2. Okay. So, meron na tayong, ito na yun. Na-plot na natin yung points natin. Okay. Ano ba yung purpose nitong asymptote? So, if we're going to plot this asymptote or sa graphing natin, important itong asymptote kasi yun yung line, di ba? So, let's try. Ang asymptote natin is, we have here 2 over 3, x minus h plus 2. So, if palitan natin yung x ng 0, ano yung value ng 1? Ganyan yan. So, try natin. Okay. So, again ha, itong asymptote yung line. So, assuming, so, later ko na ituturo or like, I will have a separate video on how to plot our asymptote. So, assuming, take note ng asymptote natin is dadaan siya sa center. So, assuming this is our asymptote. So, assuming lang ha. Assuming lang tayo. So, this is our asymptote. So, if that is our asymptote, okay. So, if that is our asymptote, then dyan tayo mag-base ng graph natin. So, yung positive, ito yung y1 natin. Since positive yung slope niya. So, positive yung slope. Ito. Positive yung slope niya. That is our y1. So, yan yung ito papunta. Then, yung y2 natin, yung negative yung slope. Dito yun sa, ito yun. Sa kabila. This is our y2. Okay. So, let's now graph our hyperbola. So, paano mag-graph? Ito yung graph natin. So, ganito yung shape ng hyperbola natin. So, ganyan siya. So, yeah. Assuming that is a perfect hyperbola. Tama yung pagka-graph. Okay. So, as you can observe, pa-approach lang siya sa asymptote but hindi sila mag-meet. So, yan yung representation ng graph ng hyperbola natin. So, this is, ilagay natin tong name ng graph, ng hyperbola natin. This is x minus 4 quantity squared all over 9 minus y minus 2 quantity squared all over 4 is equal to 1. So, ito yung first graph natin. Okay? Proceed tayo sa next. Example number 2 tayo. We have here y2. This is x plus 5 quantity squared over 36 minus y plus 2 quantity squared all over 49. So, we have here equal to 1. So, again, first step natin is hanapin yung h, k, a, b, and c para hindi tayo mahirapan later. So, we have here our h. This is, di ba, positive 5 yung nakalagay. So, di ba dapat x minus h tayo dyan. So, try natin na x minus h, dapat. Then, we have here x plus 5 man, that is x plus 5. So, if mag-solve tayo ng h natin, that is x minus h, matira yung 5, so mawala yung x, negative h is equals to 5, so yung h natin is negative 5. Since positive man siya, that means negative yung h natin. Okay, the same dito sa k, so yung k natin is negative 2. Ano yung a natin? That is 36 yung a squared. So, 36 yung a squared. That means our a is square root ng 36. That is equal to 6. Okay, then, we have our b squared. So, b squared natin is 49. So, yung b natin is square root ng 49. That is equal to 7. So, meron na tayong mga values. So, we have here our h, we have our k, we have here our a and our b. So, this is our a, this is our b. Okay, then, let's solve for c. c is equal to square root ng 36 plus 49. That is equal to, okay, square root ng 36 plus 49, we have square root of 85. Okay, meron na tayong values. So, we have here our, again ha, sulat natin siya. Susulat natin, we have here our x, our a. Our a is 6, our b is 7, our c is square root ng 85, yung h natin is negative 5, and yung k natin is negative 2. Okay, so dito tayo mag-base. So, dyan tayo mag-base ha. Okay. Now, let's solve for our center. So, ano yung center natin? So, ano yung center natin? Our center is CHK. So, ano yung HK natin? We have here our H, negative 5, and our K is negative 2. So, we have our center, negative 5, negative 2. And we have here our vertex, that is H plus minus A, comma K. So, yung V1 natin, that is, so yung vertex natin is V, negative 5. Yung A natin is 6. So, we have here plus minus 6, comma negative 2. So, V1 natin is negative 5 plus 6, comma negative 2. So, this is V1. That is 1, negative 2. Okay, V2 natin, we have negative 5 minus 6, minus 2. That is, V2 we have negative 5 minus 6, that is negative 11. We have negative 2. So, yun yung sa V2 natin. Okay. Okay na yung center vertices. We have here our co-vertices. That is H, K plus minus B. Okay. Then, our co-vertices, we have W. Ano yung H natin? It is negative 5. Copy yung negative 2. Plus minus yung B natin na 7. So, yung B natin is 7. Ito, yung B. That is B is 7. Okay. So, W1 natin, we have negative 5, comma, negative 2 plus 7. So, we have here our W1 or covertex 1. We have negative 5. Negative 2 plus 7, that is 5. Okay. W2 tayo, we have negative 5, comma, negative 2 minus 7. So, we have W2, negative 5, negative 2 minus 7, that is negative 9. Okay, so yan yung covertices natin. Okay, next we have here our, next we have our foci or our focus. So, foci natin F, that is H plus minus C, comma, K. So, yung F natin is copy yung H, negative 5. Plus minus yung C natin is square root of 85. Then, comma yung K, that is negative 2. Okay? Then, we have yung F1. So, F1, that is negative 5 plus square root of 85, comma, negative 2. Then, yung F2 natin, we have negative 5 minus square root of 85 minus 2. Okay, so meron na tayong points. We have our center, vertices, co-vertices, and our foci. So, try natin isolve yung length ng mga transverse axis. We have here our transverse axis length. We have, that is 2A. So, 2A. So, this will be 2 times yung A natin. That is 6. So, we have 12 yung length ng transverse axis natin. About yung sa conjugate. Conjugate axis naman, that is, conjugate axis, we have 2B. So, that will be 2 times yung B natin, we have 7. So, 2 times 7, that is 14. And our distance between the foci, foci, so shortcut na lang tayo ha. So, we have 2C. So, this is 2 times square root of 85. So, that is 2 square root of 85. Okay? Okay, asymptotes tayo. We have here our asymptotes. Asymptotes natin, that is y is equal to plus minus, we have here our asymptote plus minus b over a times x minus h plus k. So, this will be our y1. It will be positive. So, plus. Positive yung b natin is 7 over 6. Yung a is 6. We have 7 over 6, sorry. X minus yung h natin. So, negative 5, it will be plus 5. Then, we have minus 2 since negative 2. Then, y2 natin. So, palitan natin itong positive na negative. It will be negative 7 over 6. X plus 5 minus 2. Okay. So, meron na tayong mga given. Okay. So, yan lang yung sa given. Okay. Try natin siyang i-plot. Plot natin yung graph. Dito lang, let's have a small graph na lang as a representation lang. So, we have here our graph. Okay. So, plot natin yung center. That is negative 5, negative 2. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, negative 5, negative 2. So, we have here. Ito yung sa center natin. Okay. It is negative 5, then negative 2. Then, vertex 1, we have 1. We have here 1, negative 2. So, dito. Dito yung 1, negative 2. So, nawala yung negative 2 natin kanina. Since natabo na siya. That is 1, negative 2. Then, yung vertex 2, we have negative 11, negative 2. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So, dito, ito yung V2 natin. Ito yung V1. Ito yung V2. Okay? Then, we have here our co-vertices. We have negative 5, 5. We have Negative 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, negative 5. Sorry, tika lang. Negative 5, 5, negative 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, dito yung co-vertices. Negative 5, 5. This is W1. Then, negative 5, 9. Negative 5, negative 9 pala. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So, negative 5, negative 9 is dito. W2. Okay. Then, we have our foci. So, let's, ilan ba ito? Negative 5 plus square root ng 85. This is, okay, positive 4 point something. So, we have 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. So, this is somewhere there. Then, we have negative 2. So, somewhere here. So, yun yung sa F1 natin. Then, yung F2 natin. So, minus tayo. We have negative 14. So, assuming na lang dito yung negative 14 natin, ha. So, we have here our F2. So, yan. Okay. Meron na tayo. Na-plot na natin yung mga points. So, let's try to draw our asymptotes. So, we have here itong asymptotes. So, again, assuming that is our asymptote. So, pag ganyan siya, this is our y1, this is our y2. Okay. So, we can now plot our hyperbola. So, sa vertex tayo. Okay, so para siyang pag ganyan. Okay, so dito. Okay, pag ganyan siya. Yan yung hyperbola natin. Okay? So, ganyan mag-plot. Okay. Ano bang, ma'am, may question. Ano bang purpose ng transverse axis natin? Okay. Diba sabi dito, yung transverse axis is 12 units. So, bilangin natin ito. Galing dito, dapat papunta dyan, that is 12. So, dapat, bilangin natin how we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Oops. So, 12 ito. Ang distance dito is, yan, 12 yung distance dyan. How about sa conjugate axis 14? We have 14 dyan sa W1, papunta dito sa W2, dapat 14. So, galing dito, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Okay, 14. Tama. So, tama yung pagka-graph natin. So, this is 14. Okay, how about yung sa foci? We have 2 square root of 85. So, ilan ba yung 2 square root ng 85 natin? That is 18 something. So, diba, we have here 4 something. So, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So, yan yung sa foci natin. That is, we have 2 square root ng 85. So, ganyan yung yan yung purpose bakit tayo naghahanap ng transverse axis at saka conjugate axis saka yung distances ng foci. Para if ma-checking tayo or if nakalimutan nyo yung formula, you can just count over. Okay? So, yan lang. So, I have 2 examples presented. So, I hope you learned something. Thank you for watching this video. So, on our next lesson, we will have paano naman if y yung nauna. So, we are going to discuss properties of our vertical hyperbola. Okay, so again review tayo. Yung hyperbola if ang orientation ng hyperbola natin is horizontal, paano natin siya malaman? Nauna yung x. So, ito yung nauna. So, yung center niya, that is HK. Yung length ng transverse axis, that is 2A. Yung length ng conjugate is 2B. Yung vertices natin, we have V, H plus minus A, comma K. So, that is our vertices for our horizontal hyperbola. Yung sa co-vertices naman, we have W, H plus, comma, K plus minus B. Sa foci natin is F, H plus minus C, comma K. And yung distance ng foci natin is 2C. Okay, but paano natin hanapin yung C? So, we have here the formula that is C is equal to square root of A squared plus B squared. Or we use the Pythagorean theorem. Okay, so I hope you learn something in this video. So, again, next video, yung vertical hyperbola. So, I hope you understand something. If you have question, do not hesitate na mag-ask sa comment section or mag-ask sa ato ang next na class. Okay, so yun lang class. Goodbye, bye-bye, and God bless. So, see you in our next class.